Dear students, Assalamu alaikum to all of you. Our today's topic is biological nitrogen fixation, or we can say root nodule formation, which is the unit 4th of your syllabus, and it is mineral nutrition. It is very important topic. First of all, we will see what is nitrogen fixation and where is nitrogen present. Nitrogen is present in the atmosphere, and nitrogen fixation is the process in which atmospheric nitrogen is converted into ammonia. So why there is need of converting this atmospheric nitrogen into ammonia? Because plants need energy. So plants will not directly absorb ammonia. Then there is automatically there is need of converting them into this converting nitrogen into ammonia. So who helps us for this process? With the help of which this process takes place? This process takes place with the help of bacteria. So where are bacteria present? Bacteria are also present in our surrounding. So there are two types of bacteria. Some bacteria are aerobic, the bacteria which work in presence of oxygen. Some bacteria are anaerobic, the bacteria which work in absence of oxygen. So this function, fixation of nitrogen, is performed by the organisms, or we can say by the organisms which belong to which are prokaryotic and which belong to Monera kingdom. So N2, it means that atmospheric nitrogen is converted into NH3, converted into ammonia. Then we will see what is nitrogen cycle. In nitrogen cycle we see atmospheric nitrogen N2. When we fix nitrogen, there are different processes. One is biological, second is electrical, and last is industrial. When fixation of nitrogen takes place with the help of living organisms, it is called as biological nitrogen fixation. And when nitrogen fixation is performed with the help of machines or devices, it is electrical or industrial nitrogen fixation. So we have understood that there is need of fixation of nitrogen into ammonia because plants cannot absorb nitrogen in the form of this ammonia. So we will see this nitrogen fixation. Atmospheric N2, when atmospheric N2 fixation takes place with the help of ammonia, it means that NH3 is converted first into NO2, which is nitrite, in presence of nitrococcus, and this nitrite is converted into nitrate, NO3 negative, with the help of nitrobacter. Then when atmospheric nitrogen is converted into ammonia, N2 into NH3, we have to see who performs this process. And I have told you bacteria which are present in our surrounding, they are called as nitrogen fixing bacteria. And among bacteria, some are aerobic and some are anaerobic. Aerobic work in presence of oxygen, and anaerobic work in absence of oxygen. Some among these bacteria, some are free living and some live in symbiotic relationship. The bacteria which are free living, we know that these do not depend upon any organism or root. or plant to perform the nitrogen fixation. But the bacteria which remain in symbiotic association, they remain in relation or in association with other organism to perform the process of nitrogen fixation. So the bacteria which convert nitrogen into ammonia is carried out by nitrogen fixing bacteria, which are prokaryotic organisms and belong to kingdom Monera. Then we talk of nitrogen cycle, who help us in it, and I have told you that if atmospheric nitrogen is more, bacteria help us in fixing this nitrogen. If atmospheric nitrogen is more or less than these bacteria, it means that nitrogen fixing bacteria help to balance it. When these organisms balance this atmospheric nitrogen is converted into, uh, first with the help of nitrobacter into nitrite, then nitrite is converted into nitrate with the help of with the first ammonia is converted into nitrite with the help of nitrococcus, and then nitrite is converted into nitrate with the help of nitrobacter. So nitrococcus bacteria converts ammonia into nitrite, and nitrobacter bacteria converts nitrite into nitrate. So first of all, we know that plants obtain this nitrate to complete energy needs, and plants absorb nitrate when it reaches to leaves. By traveling, it converts into ammonia, and formation of nitrogen compound takes place separately, and amino acids are formed. These amino acids make proteins. When we take atmospheric N2, it means that atmospheric N2 is converted into uh, with the help of these bacteria. Ammonia is converted into nitrite, and then it converts into nitrate. When ammonia is converted into nitrite, then it is conversion to nitrate. It is called as ammonification. Now this nitrate is uptaken by plants. Plants are eaten by animals and they become dead. As the result, we get dead and decayed mass. So some bacteria convert organic matter, dead and decaying mass, into ammonia, and the process is called ammonification. So ammonia, when it is converted into nitrite, and I have told you nitrite is converted into nitrate, it is nitrification. When ammonia is converted into nitrite first, then to nitrate, it is nitrification. Then there is denitrification. When nitrate converts back into atmospheric nitrogen, the process is called denitrification. For example, Pseudomonas is responsible for denitrification. Then we know that biological nitrogen fixation, it is the process which converts atmospheric nitrogen into ammonia, but with the help of enzyme which is called as nitrogenase. So I have told you that some bacteria are free living and some are symbiotic. So some bacteria are aerobic. It means that they work in presence of oxygen. For example, Azobacter and Bajanikia perform nitrogen fixation in presence of oxygen. Then there is anaerobic. The bacteria which perform the process of nitrogen fixation in absence of oxygen, and these are rod shaped structures which is called as rhodospirillum. Then there are cyanobacteria which is called as blue green alga. For example, example is Anabina and Nostoc. As far blue-green algae are concerned, we know these have chlorophyll, so these make their food with the help of sunlight, so we can say these are photosynthetic. And as for this anobina and nostoc are concerned, and these make their food with the help of chemicals, so these we can say these are chemoautotrophs. Then there are anaerobic frankia and rhizobia, so they remain free living. They can remain free living, or they can remain in symbiotic association with roots, and they also perform nitrogen fixation in leguminous plants. So leguminous plants, for example, sweet pea, alfalfa, sweet cloves, and these leguminous plants have a pigment which is called as a leg hemoglobin. So perform the process of nitrogen fixation in absence of oxygen. Leg means leguminous. So this is all about nitrogen cycle. Now you have to remember the bacteria which help us in performing this nitrogen fixation, and it is the last it is the important topic of this unit, so you should go through this. Thank you very much.